How to watch Tottenham versus Newcastle United live. Stream, TV channel, match preview. Are you ready for a thrilling soccer match? Tottenham Hotspur takes on Newcastle United this Sunday in a high-stakes preseason friendly. Just as the 2025 to 2026 English Premier League season heats up, this is more than just a friendly. It's a clash between two of the Premier League's top teams from last season, and it's set to take place in the stunning Seoul World Cup Stadium. But here's where it gets controversial. The match kicks off at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, August 3, 2025, and it's your chance to catch these two titans of English football before the season officially starts. Tottenham has been on a roll in preseason play, though their victories have been hard-fought. Their recent 1-0 win over rival Arsenal, with a crucial goal from Pape Matar Sarr, showcases their determination. Meanwhile, Newcastle has had a mixed run, losing narrowly to the South Korean All-Stars, and then to a dramatic 3-2 defeat against the Gunners. Both teams have a lot to prove this season, with Newcastle aiming for another Champions League qualification, and Tottenham looking to build on their recent successes. But what's really exciting is the potential for fireworks when these two meet on the pitch. With such high stakes, this is the part most people miss. Tune in to CBS Sports Network to catch the live action, or stream the game for free on Fubo. Regional restrictions may apply, but the excitement is universal. As you watch, ask yourself, who will come out on top? Will it be Tottenham's momentum or Newcastle's resilience? This is your chance to witness the future stars of English football in action. Don't miss out on what promises to be a memorable match, and share your predictions in the comments. Will Tottenham continue their winning streak, or will Newcastle rise to the occasion? The ball is in your court. Tottenham 1-1 Newcastle, Suns farewell, Maddison injury, Premier League preseason. A decade of loyalty ends in tears as Heung-min's son bids farewell, while James Maddison's injury scare casts a long shadow over Spurs' preseason draw in Seoul. But here's where it gets controversial. Should a ceremonial friendly ever risk players' fitness? In front of a passionate home crowd in South Korea, Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United played out a 1-1 draw that will be remembered more for emotion and worry than the scoreline. Brennan opened the scoring for Newcastle inside 3 minutes, cheekily adopting Son's signature celebration after his deflected shot beat Nick Pope. Moments later, Mathys Tel burst clear for Spurs, only to see his effort superbly saved, highlighting the fine margins of this high-profile tune-up. Newcastle struck back just before halftime when Harvey Barnes cut in from the left and curled a right-footed finish past Antonin Kinski's near post. Yet the most poignant moment arrived shortly after the hour when Son was substituted for Mohamed Kudus. Players from both teams clustered around the 33-year-old winger, who was visibly moved as family and fans in the stands rose to salute his 10 years of service. This farewell was more than symbolic. It underscored how Son transformed Tottenham's global reach, helping end a decade-long trophy drought by captaining them to Europa League glory in May. And this is the part most people miss. Son's departure isn't just about shaking up Spurs' forward line. It signals deeper questions about loyalty, ambition, and the pressures on modern footballers to seek fresh challenges once their legend status is secure. Is it betrayal, or an inevitable step for personal growth? We'll come back to that. Just as emotions peaked, a collective gasp spread around the stadium when James Maddison, brought on as a substitute, tumbled off the ball and clutched his left knee. The England international, who had only returned from the same knee injury suffered in May's Europa League final, had to be stretchered off in visible distress. He later emerged on crutches, his season now hanging in the balance. Spurs fans will recall how long-term knee complaints can derail a campaign, from former stars like Aaron Ramsey to recent struggles by Jack Wilshere. Tottenham manager Thomas Frank summed it up bluntly. In football, as in life, things can be both beautiful and brutal. He praised the unprecedented scenes for Son while lamenting Maddison's likely setback. That double-edged sword is a reality every squad must navigate in preseason. Building momentum versus protecting vital assets. Here's a point that could spark debate. Even before Maddison's misfortune, Spurs were actively pursuing Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White to reinforce the playmaking role. That bid fell through when Gibbs-White signed a new deal in the East Midlands. Does that mean Tottenham lacked faith in Maddison's fitness, or were they simply planning for every scenario? Comment below if you think Spurs' transfer strategy undermines trust in their own players. Despite the drama, neither side found a winner in the closing stages. New recruit Kudus and Richarlison fashioned late chances for Spurs, while Eddie Howe's Newcastle saw Joelinton threaten on 2 occasions. Ultimately, both teams now turn their attention to the next steps in preseason. Newcastle remain in search of their first victory and host Espanyol on Friday before facing Atletico Madrid the following day at St. James Park. Tottenham wrap up their tour with a glamorous Telecom Cup clash against Bayern Munich in Germany this Thursday. These fixtures will test squad depth and sharpen form ahead of the Premier League curtain raiser. Looking further ahead, Sky Sports will broadcast at least 215 live Premier League matches next season, up from 128, ensuring fans around the world can witness every twist and turn of what already promises to be a roller coaster campaign. So what do you think? Was sending Son off with a competitive friendly a fitting tribute or an unnecessary risk? And can Spurs recover from Maddison's potential long-term absence without stumbling early in the Premier League? Share your views and spark a lively discussion. Tottenham vs Newcastle highlights. Son Heung-min farewell, Brennan Johnson goal, Maddison injury. Today marks the bittersweet finale of Tottenham Hotspur's preseason tour of Asia, with a highly anticipated match against Newcastle United at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. This game holds special significance, as it will be the last time Tottenham fans in South Korea get to see their beloved captain, Son Heung-min, in a Tottenham jersey. But here's where it gets emotional. Son, who has dedicated 10 years to the club, recently announced his intention to leave Tottenham this summer, with a transfer to Los Angeles FC imminent. While Son will undoubtedly be the focal point of the evening, head coach Thomas Frank will also be keen on ensuring his team continues to develop under his leadership. Following their victory over Arsenal in Hong Kong, Frank aims to return to England with a strong squad and another solid performance on the board. Kickoff is set for 12 p.m. UK time. And we'll be bringing you all the action live, with Alistair Gold reporting from the scene in Seoul. Let's dive into the key events. 12:09, goal alert. Brennan Johnson strikes first for Tottenham, finishing neatly from the edge of the box after a quick press following a goal kick. It's a brilliant start for the team. 12:42, leveled. Newcastle responds with an equalizer, thanks to a powerful strike from Gordon that hits the left-hand post before finding its way into the net. This goal brings the score to 1-1. 13:40, heartwarming moment. As the game reaches its final stages, Son Heung-min is substituted for the last time in a Tottenham shirt. The stadium erupts with emotion as his teammates form a guard of honor around him, paying tribute to his incredible tenure with the club. Frank ensured Son had a moment alone with Kudus before the final handshake. 13:50. Concerning news, James Maddison suffers a significant injury during the match. Appearing to go down without contact, his team is visibly worried, and medical staff rush to attend to him. This is the part most people miss, how such moments can alter the course of a player's career. 13:57. Final whistle. The match concludes in a 1-1 draw, leaving both teams with mixed feelings, but providing a memorable send-off for Son. But the story doesn't end there. Tottenham is wearing custom-designed shirts for this match, featuring numbers inspired by the Taeguk symbol from the Korean flag. This thoughtful gesture shows the club's respect for its fan base in South Korea and adds a touch of local flavor to the international event. As we reflect on Son's departure, it's worth considering how his legacy will impact Tottenham moving forward. Will his absence create a void that's hard to fill? Or will it serve as motivation for the team to push even harder in the upcoming season? So, what do you think? How will Tottenham fare without their talismanic striker? Share your thoughts in the comments below.